So,
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
guys, we did completed a chapter in the previous class. Uh, Before we begin with a new chapter, first of all, let me share this with you. Is my screen visible to you guys now? Can you guys see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
guys see the questions here? Yes. So these were the questions
Sir,
given to you.
sir, you sent this question yesterday.
Like some of the questions have been sent yesterday as well. Just 1 minute.
Yes, sir, I've done all of them.
You have done all of them. Very
Yes.
good, very good. Priyanka, what about you?
Yes, sir. I didn't do the fourth and fifth because
Okay. But make sure you do that. If you're not getting it, first of all, I will be dragging the first from the first page. Okay, now. So you guys tell me in which one you had doubt. Like in topic one, were there any questions in which you guys had doubt? Topic number one.
sir,
Yes, Priyanka. Also, guys, no, speak louder. Speak a little bit louder.
sir, can you explain the eighth one?
Eighth one. Sure. Question number 8 here says that wild animals like tiger, wolf, lion, and leopard, they do not eat plants. So does this mean that they can survive without plants? Can you provide a suitable explanation? So they are basically these organisms, all of them are carnivorous. They consume meat of other animals. So yes, they can survive without plants because they get energy by consuming the meat of other animals. Getting it now?
Okay, sir.
We have studied about the food chain where plants are the producers on earth. Plants are eaten by herbivorous and omnivorous. Plant or plant products, leaves or the fruits or vegetables or different other parts of the plants are eaten by the herbivores or the omnivores. Then you see that after you have herbivores and omnivores in the food chain, you have got carnivores. So carnivores survive by eating the flesh of whom? By eating the flesh of either herbivores or omnivores. So yes, they can also survive without the plants.
Okay.
So in photosynthesis, we did discuss different questions. Have a quick look at the questions. In which one you guys are facing difficulty?
So the first one, A
Mhm.
is carbohydrates.
Carbon dioxide.
Yeah, carbon dioxide and sunlight.
Very good. Correct. Abu, see if you have doubts in any other question. Guys, what about question number 5? Algae are green in color. Why is it so? Look at question number 5. What was the explanation for it? Do you guys
Sir,
remember? I did told about this in the class. See, algae, they are green in color because they also have the green pigment in them. That is
yes.
chlorophyll. So they also have got chlorophyll. Getting it now?
Okay.
Next, see other questions. You guys were able to solve all the questions? Huh?
So the 12th one.
12th one. In the absence of photosynthesis, life would be impossible on Earth. Is it true or false? If true, then why? What do you guys think? Is the statement true or false? First of all, answer this to me. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Obviously. So life would be impossible because we know this from the food chain. Is the screen visible or not?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So what we know that plants are the primary producer of food on earth. Every living organism on earth ultimately depends on the food that is prepared by the plant. Whether it be we humans, whether it be cats, dogs, a lion, a tiger, a elephant, a fishes. Everything ultimately depends on the plants, the food that is prepared by the plant. Getting it now?
Okay.
So that is the reason. If there were to be no plants, if all the plants were to be cut down, then ultimately all life forms will start to die on Earth. Because you have got some aquatic plants also, like algae is also there, aquatic plants are also there. So there are so many aquatic animals that are surviving by eating the aquatic plants also. Getting it now? So that is the reason. In topic 3, where we had heterotrophic modes of nutrition. So in this one, I suppose, do you guys have had any doubts? What about question number 10? Mosquitoes, bed bugs, lice, and leeches, they suck our blood. Can they be called as parasites? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, they can also be called parasites. Getting it? Na? Because
Yes, sir.
they are deriving nutrition from another body, from the body of the host. Right now. Okay. The saprotrophs and this topic number 5, these were given in the previous uh, class. So I wanted to discuss topic number 6 also. You guys tell me, for testing the presence of starch in leaves, a boiled leaf is used. Why is it so? Abu and Prinka, I think we might not have discussed this. So we would be not discussing this in today's class. Let me share my screen over here. So this small topic was basically this small question was left to be discussed in the class, that why is it so? Okay, now can you guys think of the answer? Can you guys come up with the answer for this? The question is that why leaf has to be boiled before the iodine test? Yes, because the simple answer to this is now boiling the leaf in, basically it is boiled in the, actually it is boiled in the alcohol. So boiling the leaf in the alcohol actually removes all the chlorophyll present in it. Getting it, guys? So when you are testing for the presence of starch, so thereby you boil the leaf in alcohol, which will be removing the any chlorophyll that is present in it. So by this manner, you can properly identify the presence of starch in the leaves. Huh? Are you guys getting it or not? Understand this thing once more. The question was that why the leaf is boiled in alcohol before testing for the presence of a starch in iodine solution. You know that if you, when you boil the leaf, suppose if you want to boil the leaf in hot water, so boiling the leaf in hot water kills the leaf. It kills the leaf. It makes the leaf soft. It destroys the cell membranes of the leaves. You know that plant cell consists of cell wall around them, so it destroys the cell wall also. So it kind of disrupts the leaf. In simple sentence, basically boiling the leaf in water kills the leaf and makes it soft. Further, when you boil it in alcohol, so then boiling it in alcohol breaks down the chlorophyll. So it breaks down the chlorophyll. Now, due to boiling the leaf in alcohol, it takes the green color out of the leaf because it breaks down the chlorophyll. Getting it, guys? So then when you will be putting the iodine on the leaves, so then you will find out that it will start to turn blue black in color. If photosynthesis have taken place in it, it will convert into blue black in color. So thereby this is an indicator that starch is present there in the leaf. Are you guys getting it? Priyanka, have you understood this?
Yes.
This what we were discussing. How to test presence of starch in leaf. Explain to me what is the whole process if you have understood it.
Sir, because when we boil the alcohol, all the
Hmm.
chlorophyll will come out, and it makes the leaf softer
Hmm.
and thinner.
What is the whole step? What is the complete step to do the test of iodine? Yes. 1 minute. The first step is that first of all you dip the leaf in boiling water. So this basically softens the leaf. The first thing we should say that it kills the leaf. Boiling the leaf in hot water kills the leaf. Second thing is that it disrupts the leaf by destroying the cell walls. It disrupts the leaves and makes it soft. If you guys are not getting what the cell wall mean, see, when you were to study the cell of plants under a microscope, you will find out that there's a rigid structure that is surrounding a cell of the plant. That rigid structure, it is called as cell wall. So this is actually rigid and kind of little bit hard, rigid. So that's why the body of the plant is harder as compared to the tissues of the human. So if you were to look at the human tissues, human cells, it is kind of softer. Like you can pinch in your hand in the muscles, while you can't pinch in the bark or in the stem of the trees very easily. Getting it, Priyanka and Abu? It is because of the presence of a rigid cell wall around the cells of the plant body. Priyanka, are you getting it? Abu, are you getting it?
Yes.
Hmm? So thereby dipping the leaf in the boiling hot water kills the leaf and makes it softer. Next, carefully you will be placing this um, in a alcohol solution now. Getting it now? So now you will be boiling it in alcohol, and boiling it in alcohol decolorizes the leaf. So you boil the leaf in alcohol. So what does this do? It decolorizes the leaf. How it decolorizes the leaf? By basically destroying the, what does it destroy?
Cell walls.
No, destroying the chlorophyll now.
Chlorophyll, yes.
Uh, Decolorizing the mean leaf basically makes it colorless. So thereby chlorophyll is being destroyed because that is the green pigment which is giving it a uh, green color. After this, the next step is that now either you can dip the leaf in an iodine solution, or you can drop some iodine drops in it, drop some iodine over it. So this is the leaf, and you will be dropping some iodine over it. So wherever this iodine will fall, there a blue black color will appear. A blue black color will appear. So this is the indication of the presence of starch in the leaves, right? And you know that presence of starch can only be detected in such a leaf in which photosynthesis has taken place. Okay, now. So in order to conduct this experiment, you need to take a leaf of that plant which has been under sunlight for some time. Getting it, guys? Hope it is clear. So the previous chapter is completed. We are going to start a new chapter today, that is nutrition in animals. That is chapter number 2. Okay, now have you guys seen syllabus of class 7th?
No,
You
sir.
guys haven't seen the syllabus of class 7 science. So have a look at the syllabus in the slide here. The first chapter you are having is nutrition in plants. Then you have nutrition in animals, so on. Then you have heat, acid, bases, and salts. So in total, there are 13 chapters in class 7. Getting it now? So we are now going to do the chapter number 2. Have a look at this slide first of all. Okay. So you know that, as we all know, that all animals require food for obtaining energy. Not just for energy, for growth, for repair of the damaged parts, huh, for functioning of the body. So in the previous class, we have studied about nutrition. What does the word nutrition mean? It's the process of taking in food by living organism and its utilization in the body to perform different functions. So we have studied that plants can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, but animals get their food from plants or from some other animals if they are omnivorous or carnivorous in nature. So we get our food either directly by eating the plant or plant products, or indirectly by eating other animals that are eating plant, isn't it? Like humans consume the meat of some herbivorous animals, like for example a goat. Hmm? Now goat eats the green plants right now. So here indirectly you are getting the food from the plants actually. Yes, like the humans are consuming the meat of a goat. Suppose this is a goat over here. So we humans consume the meat of goat, and goats are relying on the green grasses, for example. So guys, can't we say that indirectly we are actually dependent upon the grasses or the green plants? Yes, Abu? Because if there were to be no plants or no grass, no plants, so there would be no herbivorous animals like goat. So we won't be getting our food here in this case, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
So that's why we say that we humans are actually either directly or indirectly dependent upon the plants for our foods. Like we humans consume some plants are edible, some plant products are edible for us. Right now, not every plant species on earth is consumable, but majority of them have got products which we humans consume. So we depend upon plants either directly if we are directly consuming the plant products or the plant in itself, or we depend upon plants in an indirect manner if we consume the meat of herbivorous animals, or if you consume not just meat but the milk also. Right now, so basically the process of taking in food by an animal and its utilization in the body, it is called as animal nutrition. Got it now? That is called as animal nutrition. So what does this animal nutrition comprises of? So animal nutrition basically, as I said, it comprises the mode of taking in the food in the body, its nutritional requirements by the body, and how animals can utilize their food. So before being able to utilize that food, humans or basically all the animals, first of all, they have to digest it. They have to digest the food now, and there are different organs, different digestive juices that are helping in digesting the food that we are eating. So that thing we are going to study. So apart from the humans, our main focus is going to be related to the humans. Okay, now the digestive system of humans. If before that, um, you have got some different animals, like you have snails, you have mosquitoes. So what you find out here, that different animals have got different ways of taking in food, right? Now, for example, talking about snail, huh? What kind of food the snail eats? Snail mainly eats the food like what?
Grass.
Particularly grass, not especially grass, but they feed on algae. hmm? Or grasses, can you can say grasses along with algae, grass and algae. Good. Or like for ants, ants can consume pretty much everything. Like they can consume plant materials and they can consume animals also, like a dead and decaying animal. Have you seen, like if there's a dead lizard in the house, so is ants will start eating it. Hmm? Or if you were to throw some food items that is sweet, hmm, ants will quickly start to eat it. So that is not that much important, but the manner of feeding is much more important. Like snail, they chew their food and they bite their food. They bite the food and chew it. First, they will be biting it and then chewing it. So that is scrapping. They break their food into tiny pieces and then consume it. So they scrap the food. Or for example, if you see like an eagle, eagle consumes the flesh of their prey. So they would be tearing down the body of their prey into several pieces and then consuming it. So the mode of feeding in an eagle is tearing, tearing the food and then eating it. Or what is the name of the smallest bird?
Hummingbird, sir.
Hmm, hummingbird. What do they consume? What do they eat? They eat the juicy nectar coming out from the flower. Okay, no? They eat the nectar coming from the flower. This nectar, isn't it, Abu? So how do they feed it? By sucking it, right? Now, or consider lice. They eat, they drink the blood and they suck it. Mosquito, they also feed on blood and they suck it. Butterfly, they are also sucking the food. Housefly, they are brewing the food. They are brewing the food. Getting it now? So have a look at this image over here. If you were to look at the mouth of this mosquito, so you see it has got a long tube-like structure coming out of its mouth. Hmm? Also, there's a joke in this image. Like, what's written in this? It says that, "How's your first flight, son?" Huh? This father asked from his son, "How was your first flight? How was your first fly?" So he says that feels great that everyone was clapping for me. So they were not clapping for him, but they were trying to kill him by clapping. Huh? Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
So that is the thing. This one is giving you a very close look at the mouth of this, at the face of this mosquito. These are all his eyes. Getting it now? These are the eyes of the mosquito. And this long tube-like structure that is coming out of its mouth, it is called as proboscis. What do you call it? Proboscis. Proboscis. So that is the tube-like structure. It is inserted into the skin, into the flesh of the animals, and it starts sucking blood from it. Okay. So as I said moments ago, that the food that we consume. Okay, one more thing, one important thing was left regarding the regarding a very special kind of animal called starfish. Have you seen a starfish?
No, sir.
Images of starfish?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So Abu and Priyanka, starfish, it's a marine animal, and you know that its body is covered now. Its body is covered by a hard shell that is
Yes.
made up of calcium carbonate. Its body is actually kind of very hard. So starfish kind of something like looks like this. So its body is covered with the body is covered with hard shell that is made up of calcium carbonate. Okay, now calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, by the way, it's the same substance that is found in the limestone. It's the same substance that the marble is made up of. You guys know marble? Hmm? As a stone, it's a stone.
Yes, sir.
So marble also consists of the same substance called as calcium carbonate. So its body is covered by hard shells that are made up of calcium carbonate. Now, the main thing about the starfish is that it has got a very unique mode of nutrition. What it does now? It opens the shell of its prey. What it does, like suppose if it wants to eat a snail, or suppose if it wants to eat any aquatic animal, right? What it will do now? It will pop out its stomach from its mouth. This round structure is the mouth of this starfish. Getting it, guys? What it will do now, Abu and Priyanka, it will pop out its stomach. Suppose, let's say this is the stomach of starfish. It will pop it out, and it will, let's say that there's a surrounding animal. For example, let's say there's a surrounding animal. Suppose this is some aquatic animal, let's say. Aquatic animal. So what this starfish does, it pops out its stomach out from its mouth and surrounds the body of this prey, surrounds the body of the aquatic animal which it is going to eat. Right now, so starfish has now captured its prey, and then now it will be bringing back its stomach inside its own body. Thereby, it brings back this aquatic animal also inside its own body. So in this manner, they take the food and slowly they will start to digest it. Are you guys getting it? Yes, Abu, you're not saying anything. Priyanka,
Sir,
yeah. Did you guys got it?
do starfish is will eat snails?
Starfish?
Will eat snails?
Can it eat snails? Huh, it can actually eat snails as well. It can actually eat snails as well. Okay, no? So that is the thing about it. Hope it is clear. Particularly, you will find out now. It also feeds on animals that are covered by hard shells. Like starfish is not the only animal that is covered by hard shells. There can be some other animals also whose body would be covered with hard shells that will be made up of calcium carbonate. So it can eat them also. Getting it, guys? Priyanka and Abu, are you guys getting it?
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is such an special animal that pops out its stomach out through the mouth to eat the animals. Particularly, what kind of animals they will be eating? Especially, they eat those animals that are covered by hard shells. So let me write a statement for this. Uh, see, I'm writing it over here. So it is an animal that pops out its stomach out of its mouth and eats the eats the soft material, meaning that soft tissues of the animals. Okay, now so eats the soft materials of animals covered by hard shells. So that is the thing about it. First of all, you guys tell me one more thing. Have you guys made the notes of the previous class? You guys
Sir,
have made notes of previous class or not?
sir, I made, but like last class I didn't make.
Okay.
Last
For the first chapter, I will be providing the PPTs to you guys. After the class, it will be sent to you. But from this chapter, you guys will have to make notes of the chapters. Okay, na? From
okay,
this chapter. So from here, in the class only, you guys write down this statement, the one which I have underlined. Abu and Priyanka, you guys have your copies with you. If not, keep it with you.
sir, what copy?
The copy in which you will be making notes of the class. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
I'm giving 1 minute to note this down. One more statement you will be writing. Do let me know if you guys are done. Abu, when your school is going to reopen?
What, sir?
When your school is opening?
Sir, it has already opened, but now it is Eid, so then.
Uh-huh. Okay. So in science, what is going on in the school?
Sir, they have not started anything.
Sure, sure. Okay. Priyanka, what about you?
Sir, it already opened.
Hmm?
And for science, actually, I have separated. Like our school separated when I come to seventh, biology and physics.
Okay. So what is going on in biology?
Biology, it's literally the what we learned.
Hmm?
Water, nutrition plants,
Okay.
and in physics,
Hmm?
teachers taking heat.
Heat is going on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 In a sequential manner, heat is the third chapter. Okay, no?
Yes.
So once we are done with this nutrition animals, we'll be taking up that chapter. Okay. Okay, note down these two paragraphs quickly, guys. If you guys are done, do let me know. Also, don't ignore this because I will be checking it also, whether you guys are making notes or not. Yes, quickly write this down.
Done, sir.
Abu, what about you? Yes, Abu. If you haven't noted it down, note it quickly. So next thing we are going to talk about digestion. So why is it that why digestion is necessary? Can't we get energy from the food without digestion?
No,
Exactly. In order to get the energy from the food, it has to be digested. So
yes.
what does digestion basically involve? It must mean that we need to break down the food into very simpler substances. Right now. So what happens? Like, Abu, are you done writing this or not?
Yes, sir.
Good. Also, guys, now do one thing. You will be writing about this also. Just take the screenshot of this, okay? Now, but make sure you have to write it. So digestion.
Sir, after this class, we should send this note.
No, I will ask it from you guys. Okay, now
Okay.
whenever I find it necessary, I will ask. I will be asking for it. After
Okay.
2 to 3 class, I might ask for the notes. Okay.
Okay.
So the food components that we eat, whether it be vegetables or whether it be fruits or whether it be a veg food or a non-veg food, whatever it is, it has to be broken down so that we can obtain energy from it and we can perform different functions. So you know that our food consists of wide variety of substances in it. Like it consists of different type of vitamins, it consists of carbohydrates, it consists of fats, it consists of protein in it, it consists of different type of minerals in it. So all of these substances can't be broken down at the same places. If everything can happen in the same place, so we won't be having different organs. We won't be having different organs like food pipe or a stomach or a small intestine or long intestines. They're different organs which are helping you in digesting the food. Digesting the food, whenever I say digestion of food, it simply means breaking down the different components of the food into very simpler substances. So some of the breakdown of food happens in our mouth. Some of the components of the food is broken down into our stomach. huh? Some of the components of the food are further broken down into small intestine, and finally it is completely broken down and completely all the useful substances from the food are taken down in the large intestines. So they say specialization. The work of digesting the food in the body has been divided into different stages. Different parts of the body are digesting it in part by part. Getting it, Abu and Priyanka? Right now? So suppose like you want to cook something, you can cook the same thing in one piece of utensil. You have this one utensil. You want to, whether you want to boil rice in it, whether you want to boil milk in it, or whether you want to boil eggs in it. Huh? Several things can be done in the same utensil, isn't it? Like this is a saucepan in which different food items can be cooked. But that doesn't happen in the case of digestion in the humans. Like stomach has got some particular function to perform. 1 minute. The stomach has got some particular function to perform. Our intestine has got some particular function to perform. So work has been divided for efficiency. Getting it, guys? So first of all, what happens? The food that you eat, it passes through the food canal in our body. In our mouth, you can see over here. Huh. So in our mouth, there's a cavity via which the food goes into this cavity, and then food passes into this tube-like structure that you're seeing over here. This is called as either esophagus, or it is basically nothing but the food pipe. So food that you eat, it passes through a canal inside your body that is called as food pipe. Another name for it is esophagus. How do you pronounce it? Pronounce it.
Ego fire.
Esophagus.
Facus.
Esophagus. Okay, Abu. Right. Abu, read the first paragraph. What is digestion? Read this.
It is the process by which animals break down complex food substances in simple steps.
Okay. So it is simply a process by which animals break down complex food substances into simpler substances. So we can't take the energy from the complex form of the food until and unless it is broken down into simpler substances. So that's the whole point of digestion. You guys have to write the definition in your copy. Write the definition of digestion. Write this definition while also listen to what I'm saying. That, will a herbivorous animal, for example, a goat or a cow, any herbivorous animals can digest the grasses very easily. They consume lots and lots of grasses, and they are able to easily digest it. But why we humans, suppose if some humans want to eat grasses, why they won't be able to digest it in an easy manner? Have you guys think of it? Have you guys thought of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done writing the definition. Do let me know when it is done.
Done, sir.
Done. Abu, done. Okay. So as I was saying you that food in our body, it passes through a continuous canal, and it gets digested into different compartment of this canal. Huh? Like see, if you were to see the different compartments in the human body, first of all, look at this diagram. See, we eat the food via the mouth, and the waste that is the feces, solid waste matter, is excreted out from the body via the exit point called as anus. So it is the exit point of the human body via which solid waste, that is feces, are removed. Now, if you were to look where I'm basically now where I'm going to point my arrow, just look at there. So the canal starts from your mouth. You eat the food, we eat the food. Via this pipe-like structure, it goes into our stomach. Forget about liver and everything else you see right now. Forget about this liver. So it goes into our stomach. It's a J-shaped organ. Okay, now further from the stomach, it goes into the small intestine. See the one that is in orange color, that is called as the small intestine. Okay, now so far is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now the further this small intestine, now remember that the canal is continuing. The canal continued into the stomach. Now it continued as in the form of this small intestine. Now further this small intestine becomes wider, and now it is called as large intestine, the one that you see in green color. And finally this canal opens here, that is called as anus, via which the undigested food, the food that is of no use to us now, basically the solid waste, it is removed. So you guys can see here that there's a continuous canal like structure. If I were to divide it into different parts, I would say the first part was the food pipe of it in this canal. So in the next part, we had the stomach. Huh? Then after stomach came the small intestine. Isn't it, guys? After small intestine, in the path, we had the large intestine. And finally, via this hole, it came out. That is basically the anus. This was the mouth. So we can say that the food components, the food basically that you eat, it passes through a continuous canal and it gets digested in each compartment of this canal. Like in the first compartment, like in the mouth itself, some amount of food got digested. Huh? I will be telling on later on, like starch, some partial digestion of starch takes place in the mouth. It went into the stomach, some component of the food got digested into the stomach as well. Same in small intestine and large intestine. So there's a continuous tract that is running from the mouth to the anus of human being, and this tract, it is called as alimentary canal or the digestive tract. Is it clear to all of you? Yes, Priyanka and Abu?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Abu, is it clear? So the alimentary canal, it can be divided into these various components. So you had the first compartment called the mouth. Mouth has got another name called as buccal cavity. Buccal cavity. Cavity is what? Cavity is an open space. Wherever in our body we have got some open space, that is called as cavity. Like if you eat lots of chocolates, lots of sugary substances, then you might develop cavity in your tooth. Huh? And you will end up in the dentist, end up to a dentist.
Yes.
Right now. So cavity is basically an open space. So if you were to open your mouth like this, so you will find an empty space is there inside your mouth now, between the tongue and the upper chamber of the mouth. Right now. So that empty space that you call as buccal cavity. So mouth is also called as buccal cavity. Then food pipe, as I said, also called as esophagus. Spelling might differ. Actually, the correct spelling, there's an error in this image, I think. It starts with O. Okay, now? Esophagus. O here is actually silent. What is O here is actually silent. You pronounce it as how? Esophagus.
So
Then you have stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and finally anus. So count how many parts are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now in this compartment, now we have seen that several organs are there, like stomach, small intestine, large intestine. These are the organs. If you were to talk about what are the organs here, this is an organ. Stomach, small intestine, and large intestines. Not the esophagus. Esophagus in itself, it's not a organ. It's just a pipe-like structure. Okay, now. So you have stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. These are the organs. So you guys must have written this first over here. After this, now write this. Write this paragraph quickly.
sir, everything.
Everything. Not the last one, not this drawing which I made here. Okay, now, and not the diagram. No need to write anything right now regarding the diagram. Just this thing.
Thank you, sir.
Also, there's one more thing I would like to add over here. What is the length of an adult's alimentary canal? So the length of the an adult's alimentary canal, it is about 9 meter. Okay, now. So an adult's alimentary canal is about 9 meter long. So if from the mouth to the anus, if this tract were to be stretched, so you will measure that it is all about 9 meter in length. Okay. Also, guys, note that these are not the major parts which are part of the alimentary canal. In the next class, I will tell you that there can be some other parts also. Like you have this pharynx here. The pharynx is also considered as part of it. As of now, just write what I have told you to write down. Also, before the next class, what you guys are going to do, you guys are going, no, you guys will try to draw a diagram of the alimentary canal. In your book, you might find the diagram of the alimentary canal. The one that you see here in the slide, it might seem a little bit complex. Get a simple image of alimentary canal from your book and draw it in a new page. So in the whole new page, write nothing, but just draw the diagram of elementary canal. Will you guys do that?
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Abu, have you written it? Priyanka, done?
No.
No.
Okay, okay, take your time. Also, have you guys started studying about integers? First chapter of mathematics?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. You guys tell me one thing here. Which one is a bigger number, -1 or -2?
Sir, -1.
-1. Right, Abu? So as you move away from 0, the if you were to move in the which direction? In the left direction. So the value starts to decrease. So, and as you come closer to 0, the value starts to increase. Okay. Do let me know once you guys are done. Okay, now. Also make sure that in the next class, prepare the diagram of the elementary canal. So while discussing it, it will be helpful.
Done, sir.
Done? Very
Yes.
good. Abu, are you done? Done or not? Okay, so Priyanka in the next class and Abu in the next class, I will also be asking the names of different parts of the elementary canal. Okay, so revise your notes properly.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. Priyanka, you may leave now. Okay,
Sir,
we'll be meeting in next class
sir, the assignment, can I do in Wednesday?
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. There's no worries regarding that. Okay, na? Don't take too much of pressure, but make sure that you do it. Okay, na?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Okay, start.